Oh man, I'm telling you, it's amazing in life how things change so quickly that, sometimes you used to see certain things that were pretty regularly. Now you don't even see them anymore practically. And there's a perfect example. Your 1980 to 84 Buick Electra, Park Avenue. I mean, I can count on my fingers how many of these cars I've seen over the years, quite frankly. And this is really quite the automobile. Let's see, what do we got here? Champlain in Ile-des-Arts. Wow, there was a car dealership in Ile-des-Arts in Nuns Island? I never knew that. Freaking Nuns Island is all condos now. It's just a shame that this car is parked so weirdly with that stupid... See, here at Granby, this is the largest classic car show in Canada, so they use these yellow ropes to separate cars, separate classes, so people don't walk across everywhere. But this is actually kind of annoying. Yeah, and you got to do that a lot too, like you're back in school here, so I'm gonna go the other way. There we go, use that opportunity. I don't know what happened to that rear door. I think this was a GM thing actually, because I remember my 78 Caprice was kind of like that. And I've seen other cars too where there's a Duster or Demon. Me, of course, I like the granddaddy cars. Here's what I was trying to say is how the different panels, fenders, doors would get discolored like that. I don't know, it's probably original. Look at that, eh? Beautiful. They're still coming in, man. It's like 11:30. Cars are still coming in all over the place. This car is gonna be going on the auction block, it looks like. I see a lot of people looking at a lot of cars near here. This car anyway. This is probably your usual, I would imagine 305, 307. And man, that thing is clean, man. Clean. Is there a paper on it? No, I don't know what year it is. And even that gray is nice on it. It's so fitting to this car. Got the correct wire cap wheels. Yeah, well, like I said, when it comes to this era of cars, having owned a 78 Caprice, these are cruisers. They don't buy this for power. There's no power on this. It's a boat. It just floats down the road. It's beautiful. It's relaxing. This is the opposite of everything on the road that's modern today. Even luxury cars, actually. Actually, that's why they don't make cars like this anymore, because people fell asleep behind the wheel. They were so goddamn comfortable. Of course, I'm being a comedian because there's some people looking and listening to me. So, hey, 39,000 subscribers, can't be wrong. So yeah, again, 80 to 85, and even the LeSabres from these years, good luck finding them. There's really not very many of them. I'm sorry to say, I love these cars even more than the 88s and 98s. Look at that, what's that, Chevelle? And look how common this is in comparison. The cars from the 60s are so well preserved, but a lot of cars from these years, look at that, El Camino. There's one actually near my parents' place in Lachine, but these cars, I can't remember seeing many of them. I could count on my fingers how many of these cars I've seen. So if it wasn't for the old folks, the vieux papa, the old ladies that didn't keep these, there wouldn't be any of these left. They would have all been crushed. Look, this is what I was talking about, the discoloration in GM. Look at that. See that? That's one of the many reasons why, unfortunately, people, as time went on, especially in the 80s and 90s, they stayed away from GM. I love GM. I grew up on GM. All the neighbors had GM. My parents. My dad's Delta 88 spent way too much time in the garage at the shop. Mechanically, like this, you can't go wrong. It was everything else, all the little other problems, like the time the whole family and the grandparents were in the 79 on I-87 going to New York State. Beautiful morning, and the wheel in the back broke right off. That was, it is what it is. But that's 77 to 79, and these G-bodies, I think they're called G-body. They were not as good as the early 80s, like this 80 to 84. That's why a lot of cars from 77 to 79 are actually rarer than this. So probably shouldn't have mentioned that actually, because my friend Corinth has that 78 Park Avenue that I filmed a few months ago. But again, the rear axle broke on my dad's Delta because the car was loaded down. There were 6 people in the car. The trunk was full, and the car had an unknown mileage on it. So But look, speaking of, I bought as rare, if not rarer actually, than this Buick, just in comparison, is this Audi. Like, wow, good luck finding one of those. Those are like non-existent, you know? It sucks about there's so much glare, I can't. Anyway, I love the weather right now because it's so comfortable. It's only about 20 degrees, but when I try to look inside these cars, I can't do anything. So anyway, thanks for watching.